So this is the Antigravity A1, the world's first 8K 360 drone, and I have the Infinity Bundle. Make sure to check the link in the description and check out all of the different bundles that they offer. The Infinity Bundle is great for me to make sure I extend my battery life and get some really good flight times and a whole bunch of additional accessories that I'm excited to showcase to you. Gonna set this up, give you a kind of like a beginner's guide of how to get up and running through the whole setup and how to take some really cool cinematic shots. Let's get into it. Okay, this is the Infinity Bundle. Plenty of items in here. You can also see all of these things on the Antigravity website. So we have a case for the drone itself. Very nice, very sturdy. It's a hard case. We've got a user manual and quick start guide. We have the goggles. We have 2 high capacity batteries with an LED display to show you the battery life of each of the batteries when they're charging. You also get an additional battery that's inside the drone right there. We'll cover the drone in a second. We have yourself the joystick. This is a battery pack for the goggles that you connect directly to that. You wear this around your neck with the lanyard. You have yourself a USB-C charging cable. You have a couple of attachments for the interior lenses for the goggles, and we'll dive into each of these in a bit more details in a second. Then you also have this, which is a super fast card reader. So you have USB-C and Lightning. This allows you to put your micro SD card into the slot here and then directly place this into your phone to transfer the files and watch it back very quickly. So you don't need to do it over Wi-Fi or wireless transfer, which can be quite slow and tedious. And then you also have a very nice carry case for the entire kit. Lots of storage space inside the pocket here. We have a mini screwdriver and lots of spare propellers. But if you're interested in getting a lot more accessories as well, just to make it the ultimate bundle, you can also purchase a spare battery. This will allow you just to have plenty of flight time, maybe a couple of hours, even more. You can have that as a backup. If you do a lot of drone flying, having a replacement lens kit on hand as a backup as well, in case your lenses do get damaged for whatever reason, then this is also a great purchase. All of the links for these will be in the description. If you do wear glasses, then you have an additional -3 diopter scale corrective lenses. And then finally, one recommendation is the landing pad. I always prefer to have something like this, just so that your drone doesn't get dirty if you place it down on grass. And this isn't just a fabric landing pad, this is a hard foldable landing pad, double-sided. So you have orange on one side, blue on the other side. And it's really great just to make sure that your drone doesn't get dirty when you place it down in muddy environments or to capture any dust. So let's dive in a little bit closer to the goggles, the joystick and the drone. Right, so these goggles, I have to say these are very comfortable to wear. You have yourself some protection guards for the interior lenses here. These simply just pop out. You can simply take these off and then you can replace that with the ones that come in the package. The only difference is at the bottom, they will say left and right. You can adjust your diopter vision with the knobs along the bottom here, both left and right independently. You've got a USB-C port here. You have the DC input here, which is what you use to connect to the battery pack. Then you've got an OLED display on the right side that you can also see everything that you're recording via the drone, but also this gives you updates when you are updating your drone for the very first time, so you can see progress bars and various other useful menu information directly on this lens here. The left one just has an LED ring to indicate various different things, such as when you are recording, when it's flying, when it's updating, etc. Then if we take a look at the joystick, so a few buttons here. To power it on, you have the power button there, you press it once and then you hold it down. So if I give you an example, you hold it down, there you go, battery life indicator just there. To turn it off, you do the same thing, it powers down. You got the menu button here. If you press this, it will bring up the menu in the goggles. If you hold it, then it will bring up the quick menu that you can access in the goggle menu as well. You've got the record video button, the shutter button to capture photos. To take off, you have this slider. You double press upwards twice, that will start the propellers. Then you hold it to go up. This will just go into place about 1.2 meters above the ground, and then you can use this to go upwards higher into the sky or downwards to lower the drone. This red button is used to bring the drone back to its landing pad. Then you have this wheel here to rotate the drone left and right. You can also press it to recenter the camera position for the drone as well. And there's 3 buttons on the left hand side. This is C1 and C2, i.e. they are customizable by default out of the box. C1, you can use this to turn off the landing lights on the drone. C2, you can use this to retract or open the landing gear. And with this button here, this is a toggle which says CNS. That stands for Cinematic, Normal and Sport. That essentially allows you to change the speed that the drone flies at. Cinematic is a little bit slower, normal is just the normal speed, and sport is making the drone go a lot faster. You can of course adjust the top speed and the minimum speeds in the goggles menu, which we'll showcase a little bit later. Then of course you have the trigger button at the back. This will allow the drone to go forward as you're pressing it. As soon as you release it, it will stop and it will just hover into place. You also use this to select items in the menu. So you've got the wings that will come out. Micro SD card slot here. USB-C charging port here. That's the battery, which you can remove by just holding down both buttons on the side and pulling this out. Slot it into place. 4 LED indicators showing a full battery because I've charged all of this up. Sensors and cameras all along the bottom. You've got a camera along the top here as well. 2 there at the back. 1 there. This is your landing gear. This will come out. You can just pop that out or put it in. Use the button on the joystick to also control that. And likewise, to power this, just like the joystick, there's the button just there at the top. You press this once and then you hold it down for a couple of seconds. This will turn the drone on, and then you have to make sure that you activate this with the Antigravity app. But before we do that, I do have to mention, make sure before you fly your drone to check your local laws for drone flying. So I'm based in the UK, there are very strict laws here. You need 2 things before you can fly a drone by yourself. You need a flyer ID, which requires you to take a course, do an exam at the end of it. You need to pass the exam and you'll be certified. Secondly, you also need to get an operator ID. This is a recurring yearly payment to validate that you are able to fly a drone, and you're going to need these things if you do have a drone that's over 100 grams that has a camera, which this is obviously. So make sure you check your local country's laws wherever you are based before you go ahead and fly this drone. So I have both of those things, so I feel comfortable going into sort of the safer zones where there's not a lot of residential areas, there's no airports nearby, and just getting some really good footage where it doesn't interrupt a lot of people, because it does get noisy as well and it attracts attention. So if you can find wide open areas, that is the best possible place to go and fly a drone like this. And the final thing is, the very first time that you do activate this with the Antigravity app, you need to make sure you update to the latest firmware. That will start installing. You can track that directly on your goggles on the right screen, the progress. Overall, it took me about 1 hour to get the download and the update installed before I can actually fly this for the first time. Once that's done, we're ready. Let's go ahead and showcase how great this works. Okay, so before we take off, just a couple of things. Check out the link in the description if you do order this bundle. If you use my code and my link down in the description below, you can also get the landing pad absolutely free, as well as the replacement lens kit for the A1 drone absolutely free as part of the package. So don't miss out on the opportunity to get an amazing value if you want to go ahead and purchase the Antigravity A1. Secondly, I'm going to run through the menu and just go through some of the options and the settings before we take off to the skies. But let's go ahead, turn everything on, get the goggles on. I've got the antennas up. I can press the button on the left hand side of the goggles to actually see through with the front camera, and I can adjust the volumes with the buttons on the right side of the goggles as well. So let's go ahead and power this on and we'll take off to the skies. So let's turn on the battery pack. You just hold it down, everything is on there. Now we turn on the joystick, press the power button once and then hold it. You'll see that is now on. And finally the drone, the same way, you press this button once and then you hold it. So now let's run through some of the settings and the options available. So this is the main menu. Just to quickly run through all of the options here. You've got lost connection behavior, return to home, always keep that set. Return altitude, max altitude, always leave it at 120, don't exceed that. You've got your GPS map there in the middle, your gallery at the bottom, return to home option there if you don't use the button on the joystick. Various different ways to actually let the drone track and do its own cinematic footage. You have deep track for objects like cars or people, Sky Genie, which I'm going to be covering in an upcoming video, really cool cinematic shots on that. Sky Path, you can set your ABC paths to follow a certain route, and plenty of different options here. Free motion mode allows you to use the joystick to control manually. FPV mode, this works with the vision goggles, the movement of your head and the direction you face, as well as the movement of the joystick, just to have a free motion flight as if you're actually flying it yourself. You have a flight simulator and some other tutorials that you can also follow. Camera settings, virtual cockpit, customizable buttons for the C1 and the C2 on the left of the joystick, display and ring light information, and then some defog and transmission aspect ratio. Along the bottom, you have safety settings, camera settings, flight control, transmission and connection, and general settings. General settings, you can just see here. Vision goggles, I've got the internal storage set for the screen recordings. You can also change various different options as you can see here. If we just quickly have a cycle through these other options for transmission, flight control, camera settings, I've got it stored on the SD card. Let's just quickly show you what else there is here. Safety settings. There's some options for how the drone behaves for your own safety, and some battery information at the bottom. And then we're back to the main menu. If you hold down the menu button on the joystick, like so, this shows you the quick settings. So a few options here just to access various different things very quickly and easily, which you can use just by moving around the joystick and letting go on the one you want. So if I let go on gallery, this will just quickly open up the gallery for some shots I've taken. So that's everything on the main menu. We are ready to take off, and let's go ahead and do our first flight. Okay, so we're going to take off. I'm going to start the propellers by pressing on the joystick the slider up twice fast. So the motors are on, and now I'm going to take off. There we go. So hopefully you enjoyed that video and the review of the Antigravity A1, what in my opinion and in a lot of other people's opinion is one of the best consumer drones out there to buy right now. As always, if you did have any questions, make sure to drop them down below. I will have another video coming out very soon with some really cool cinematic shots with the Antigravity A1, which I know you're going to like. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that one, and I will see you all next time.